person in disguise. Sasquatch! 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 Look out for him in the northern woods. Sasquatch! This monkey man is up to no good. Sasquatch!
Okay, so it's been about a week since my friend Indy and I found that unusual hair on the tree up at Earthshine. I've sent it off to my friend the geneticist, and he has assured me that he'll get to it as quick as he can. He's just got a big backlog of jobs to do before that, simply because it's the end of the year. So I'm just going to have to wait on that. But in the meantime, I can at least come back up here to Earthshine and look around. Look around for more sign, more evidence of whatever this this thing is that's leaving these unusual signs behind. Because, hey, I'm a naturalist, and it's really interesting to me what's out here. And this is something I'm not used to seeing, so I'm going to really look all over this mountain as much as I can when I'm up here this winter and try to find more evidence of this this creature. Should we call it that? You know, my friend Indy, you know, he's convinced that there's a Sasquatch up here on this mountain. I'm not. I think it's easily explainable, like I've said before in the other video clips. But, you know, it can't hurt to look, because that's what science is all about. You know, if there's an unanswered question, you try to answer it. So that's what I'm doing up here today. First, I'm here, first and foremost, to get temperature readings on the reptiles that I've been tracking for several years. And, you know, that's really quick. I'll have that taken care of really fast. It's a matter of sticking a thermometer in the ground, recording some data, and off I go. But to get to the sites where the snakes and the turtles are hibernating, I'm going to take routes that I wouldn't normally take, because the other routes I know by like the back of my hand, you know. So if I go a different way, I'm going to cover ground that I'm not used to seeing as frequently. And that way I might run into something. You never know. I think it's just going to open me up for a better chance of finding some sign. So I'm going to go this way to find Utsunati. It's a little bit longer, a little more, you know, rough and treacherous to get through all these laurels here, but you never know. So let's take a look. Oh wow, look at this. There's a little rocky outcrop I've not seen before. That's one thing I like about taking different routes when I go locate the reptiles, is I find these new areas and I can put them on the map. These rocky outcrops are very important to wildlife. They provide all kinds of forage areas, of course lots of shelter, definitely overwintering sites for many of our native reptiles, such as timber rattlesnakes that will often den up in these areas. Let's check it out. It's a brand new one. I've never seen it before. It sure is thick back in here though. Oh, jeez, I'm stuck. Yeah, see the cracks here? These cracks are great places for reptiles and amphibians in the summer months. Might even be green salamanders here. I'll have to come check it out during the season. Nice outcrop. Provides a nice bit of shelter. This could shelter a person if need be. I mean, I would sleep here. Let's go check it out a little closer. What is that? What's that greenery? Oh my gosh. It looks like someone may have slept here recently. That's very fresh. Okay, I'm going to have to be really careful and not disturb this as I investigate it. Well, first thing I can see, there's whatever did this has cleared all of the leaf litter away, and then they've laid down a nice thick bed of rhododendron. Of course, rhododendron is all over. It's a great resource for making a soft place to sleep. See if I see any footprints. I see nothing. I have no idea who did this. So normally we don't have very many people on this mountain other than us. Look, there's even a body print, almost sort of like a body print in the middle where someone laid down. I see no tracks of any kind. Again, it looks like there's a body print in the middle of the leaves where they're pushed down. Oh, look at that. Look right there. More of that strange reddish brown hair. Okay, I need to collect this. I can't believe this. There's more of this hair. Before I collect it, let me look over everything first. Make sure I don't see anything else. Oh, here's more. Look. A little bit more hair right down in there. Trapped in the twigs of the rhododendron. Okay. Gotta get a tool. Came more prepared this time. Okay, this time I brought not only a sample bag like I usually carry, but also a pair of tweezers and a lighter. This way I can sterilize everything and make sure I don't get any human DNA on any of this evidence, whatever this evidence is from. Okay. Okay, I have the camera mounted on my head. I have my sample bag, tweezers, lighter. And here we go. Well, I had the camera off. I did take some still shots of it. Okay, here's the other. Look at that. It's even got dirt in it, just like the other hair that I found the other day. All right. I will send that off to my friend as well, because it may be from the same creature. I mean, even though it looks the same, that doesn't mean it is from the same creature, but it may be. So I want to send that off and get it confirmed. Okay, so what made this bed? Was it the same creature? The same person? Was it Sasquatch? I never really thought I would say such a thing, but boy, the evidence is mounting that there's something on the mountain that's not human. The only way we're going to, prove for sure is when that DNA test comes back, and then we'll know. We'll know more. We won't know for sure until maybe we'll be able to see this thing one day. I really can't believe I'm saying these words. I mean, wow, this is unprecedented. Okay, so I started looking around a little more here for more evidence of what might have made this bed, and I found quite a bit of evidence of what this creature, being human, whatever it was, used to make its bed. I mean, obviously it's rhododendron, but you can see here all these rhododendron stems, they've been just broken off. It got its raw materials right here around where it slept. That's what I would have done. Very smart. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see what it really feels like to lay down in this bed. All right. This is not so bad. It's actually quite comfortable. And this overhanging rock provides great shelter from all but the most downpouring rain. I would sleep here. And whatever creature, person, or animal slept here they have good taste, I'll tell you that, because this is a nice spot. It's sheltered from the wind by this thick mountain laurel hedge here. And of course this giant rock. It has a nice overhang, keeps the rain off, and whoever they are, they have good taste in a nice soft bed. Who's been here? Or what has been here? That's the question. And we won't know until I get the sample back, until I get the results from the sample back. And then I'm going to send the second sample that I just took, and hopefully that will give us a confirmation of what this being is, this unknown creature. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming up here into the woods more frequently and taking different paths all over the mountain to these reptiles that I'm following with radio telemetry, and see if I can find more signs. So I mean, look at this. Today I just came up here on a hunch and I found this. This is amazing. I'm just running on. I know I just keep on and on, but I'm just blown away by this. This keeps me so excited. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is why I love nature. This is why I love wildlife and wildlife conservation. And wow, if this is what I think it is, it does need to be conserved. It needs to be protected. Okay, before I leave the site, I would like to mention that I don't get any unusual odor from this site. I know some of you out there might be going, what does it smell like? Well, I couldn't tell you. I really don't have a very good sense of smell, so I'm not getting anything from this. No, pungent, stinky, musky animal odor or anything like that. I get really nothing. Okay, so the last thing I need to do before I leave is get a GPS coordinate of the site, because I definitely need to know how to get back here. It's just so remote, I would have trouble finding it without the GPS. So here we go. All right, it looks like I got it. Okay, so let's head out of here, and we'll come back and check it periodically and see if our mysterious creature comes back. All right, so the results are in, and the DNA results came back inconclusive. My friend said that it was a mammal, but other than that, he couldn't tell me anything else. So where does that leave us? Inconclusive. That's where it leaves us. We have to find some more evidence, and then try to put the pieces of this puzzle together. Then we also got the results back on the scat sample. Whatever type of animal this was, for one, it was a mammal, and two, it had a lot of parasites. It had roundworm, hookworm, and tapeworm. So it's obviously a wild animal because it doesn't have medical care. It has a pretty heavy parasite load. The one thing that's interesting to me is my friend did not find any hair in this scat sample. So that's pretty bizarre, because usually when a mammal takes care of itself, it will get some hair, like think about a dog licking, its body, grooming. It gets some hair into its intestinal tract. Well, there was none. Now, again, I only took a really small sample, so I might have missed any hair samples that were in the stool. So that's where we are now as far as the results on the DNA and the scat sample. So we'll see where we go from here.
torpedo. Sasquatch! 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 Ha 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 ha!